for those who have travelled for this, for those who are based in the US, a wonderful opportunity to see some of their heroes in action tonight. And games to come beyond this for Manchester City against Liverpool, that will be in East Rutherford, and against Bayern de Munique in Miami. For Dortmund, they will be heading for Charlotte and adjust with Liverpool, and next midweek heading to Pittsburgh. Pulisic will have plenty of family members, I'm sure, at that one when they take on Benfica. Claudio Bravo wearing the armband. We wonder, actually, will we see perhaps an outing for Joe Hart tonight? Pep Guardiola has been talking about how he's keen for there to be a solution to the issue of Joe Hart at Manchester City. It doesn't seem to have a future at the club. And maybe a few sightings in pre-season might tempt you to come in and have a look.
Yeah, definitely. It's a difficult situation for the manager on Hart, such a good goalkeeper, and you say he might be a chance to get some game time in the window to see what someone come in and take, because he needs to go play his age, he needs to play full football.
Well, Pep Guardiola's 11, as we saw, captained by their most experienced player, Claudio Bravo, head of the defence for Jason Denayer, 5 years on City's books, but yet to make a competitive debut. He'll be looking to impress. Also there, the highly rated 17-year-old Eric Garcia. So he signed last summer for 10 million, sent to Spain an unsuccessful loan spell with Girona. Jack Harrison, born in Stoke, raised in Bolton, but a City signing in January by New York City, and club record signing Riyad Mahrez, as we said, also stars Algeria, having missed out on the World Cup finals. Lucien Favre selection, more experienced. Marvin Hitz in from Augsburg as backup to Roman Berkey. Toprak and Schmelzer in at the back. Mario Götze using the number 6 role in pre-season by Favre. Tonight might give us another clue as to whether the manager sees 2014 World Cup winner Herbert Bourkorn and Dennis Burnage to give it a chance from the outset tonight. Strange one, as you mentioned Pep Guardiola had so many senior players away, and pre-season these days planned so meticulously, and the players who are on international duty in Russia have to be given a 3-week break before they return to action. So all the minutes barring injury will have been laid out by the massive supporting staff, I'm sure, ahead of all these games. Most of these players will know exactly what lies ahead of them. We're underway over Toprak with a touch back to the goalkeeper Marvin Hitz. 2 caps for Switzerland behind Jan Sommer and Roman Berkey. And Leipzig Jan Vogel, the 3 players to the World Cup duty. Roman Weidenfeller after a long and illustrious career, and retiring in the summer. Eric Garcia across to Jason Denayer. Here's the touch on the right-hand side. For a man wearing number 74, that's Luke Bolton. And Eric Garcia again, 17 years of age, centre-back second season in from Barcelona, the under-18 player of the year. All the way back with Claudio Bravo. We saw an early touch as well for Zinchenko. Lots of speculation surrounding him at the moment. Partey Wolves and Newcastle chasing his signature. He started in a midfield role tonight. And here he is on it now. Works it out to the left-hand side. Phil Foden gets a touch. Makes the Mitchell on the penalty spot. Diaz in there as well. City hold on another for Zinchenko. Ukrainian international rides the challenge. Here is Bolton. Right-hand side, his versus Brahim Diaz. City has really started on the foot here. Plenty of touches for most of the outfield players inside the opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've pressed the ball really high up, good shape to the team. You see them again pressing in, and like you said, a good tempo to start the game.
Luke Bolton, the 18-year-old from Stockport, 2 years ago, one of the players had a 4-year professional deal. Denayer, that's it there for Zinchenko. The give and go. No way beyond Toprak. Right-footed, play it down the line, tied it up by Denayer. curious one, Jason Denayer came in, had a brilliant time at Celtic, particularly when partnering Virgil van Dijk. Back to that in a moment, wonderful ball swept right to left, and a foul at the end of it all. Jack Harrison.
Yeah, like I say, great pass out, just a little nudge in the back there from Harrison. Yeah, Denayer is like you say, great link up with Van Dijk and then as Wales then hasn't he big season for him as well, get himself playing regular game time.
Couple of seasons on loan at Galatasaray, either side of Sunderland. In their relegation season where it was used in a midfield role, Denayer. There's Eric Garcia again. Look at the likes of Mendy and fit again. Company, Aymeric Laporte. Big money signing halfway through last season. Seems to be a lot of talk about Eric Garcia. Zinchenko. Here is Garcia. Leo from the Harrison and Chase. Tidied up by Dan Axel Zagadou, 19-year-old French international, under 19 international, formerly of Paris Saint-Germain. Leo from Isaac. Strong challenge. Zinchenko's been making his mark one way or another inside the opening 5 minutes. Top bracket towards Zagadou. Only played one game in the second half of season here. Europa League elimination in Salzburg. Now from Harrison, swept away by Denayer. There's one for to chase. Zagadou. Back with Marvin hits. Out towards that far side. Luke Bolton. Dortmund throw into Cup. Marcel Schmelzer. Watchful gaze of Faber. Leo from Schmelzer again. Towards Götze. Great feet from Götze. Schmelzer. Backwards Zagadou across with Toprak, and after a shaky opening, 4 minutes. Dortmund starting to put some passes together now. Fourth in the league last season, just managed to squeeze out Leverkusen Champions League spot for the upcoming campaign. Last season's Champions League. I think very disappointing to win any of their group stages. Pep Guardiola, Premier League winners, League Cup winners, the ones that might smart. Certainly that surprise FA Cup loss at Wigan got one over in the Cup again. That famous Ben goal. Two Champions League quarter-final games to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the big. I think this season they're so strong. Domestically at home, fantastic league season. I think they'll look to improve Champions League, and obviously pushing on forward. And if they didn't perform against Liverpool, and were well beat over 2 legs.
Pressure coming on Sebastian Rode on Brahim Diaz. Isaac. Said he work it to Zinchenko, and here goes Foden. Lovely ability to head up all the time. Lifts it down the left-hand side. Wilson making headway. By Zinchenko, and to the referee's attention now, he takes down Pulisic.
Yeah, he's been aggressive. He's been aggressive again. Start again. The rest had a warm already. Just a pull back and just a pull back a jersey there, a little tug. Referee's just made him aware. Not too many more for him.
Dortmund's point of view, they rely heavily on that season for Marco Reus. It's a lovely ball, Benton behind. Went up late against Alexander Isak. Garcia and Denier seem to hold that line to the satisfaction of the assistant referee. By Zagadou. Loose one though, picked up by Bolton. Götze. And then Sebastian Rode, who could do with an injury-free campaign. Lovely turn by Pulisic. Well there to win it back. And now Omar Toprak. Looking to press. Here is Toprak again. Switch out to this near side. Jakob Brun Larsen. Dortmund's point of view. You read the speculation, the newspapers, the transfer rumours as they are. It seems to be a lot of it centering forward because losing Aubameyang halfway through last season. Michy Batshuayi came in, fantastic job. One of the being linked with is Mario Mandzukic after his World Cup. Plenty of suitors. Croatian striker. With Bolton back with Eric Garcia. He's a player who's come through the famous La Masia. Barcelona looks very comfortable in possession.
Yeah, he's looking for that switch of play a couple of times. Just stepped into the left wing to his left right foot, should I say, the far side of the pitch.
Denier. Harrison, whose family moved from England to the US. He was in his early teens, ended up making a big impression. Number one draft pick for Chicago Fire. Got to play in this city. They traded him to New York City. Up by Manchester City. That connection back in January. Sent out a loan to Middlesbrough. Senior appearances there for Jack Harrison. Luis, who had a disappointing spell with Girona in La Liga. They're wondering if he can make an impact. They have another young midfielder coming in, Claudio Gomez from Paris Saint-Germain, who by all accounts has been making a big impression. Pep Guardiola in pre-season training. Looking to go inside, they pour forward, four back for Manchester City. It's a brilliant first touch. A shooting opportunity, response of following up, and right behind it, Claudio Bravo. Excellent play initially from Jakob Brun Larsen.
Yeah, good play from Dortmund. Take the ball, great touch back inside, just left it for Guts to hit it straight at the goalkeeper.
Sebastian Rode in the team. Mario Götze definitely playing in that advanced midfield role. Challenged by Zagadou. Mahrez, just 7 minutes in, albeit but precious few touches for Mahrez so far. Slip an entry through.
Talk about a young player. Mahrez. Where do you put into the main? There's so many talented players in the company. Playing on the right-hand side, on the right-hand side, you can't play behind the left, you can't play behind the striker at the top as well. So the interest ones they have everybody back available, you know, from their World Cup, from their World Cup, where he plays, where he fits him into the team.
Just wonder how much Guardiola's looking around at Mahrez as well. And Mahrez is money signing, the big money signing, the record 60 million. They expect to be battling in all competitions again coming up, so he will need a depth to that squad. You look at someone like Zinchenko, did a good job when he was needed. Mostly at left back last season. He's on his way. Schmelzer getting forward, to the end line, beat it to the end line, nicks it back neatly, Brun Larsen. Dangerous ball whipped in. He's away by Zinchenko, by Foden, escapes under the studs of Diaz. Mahrez unable to keep it in play. Zagadou. One of the most experienced players out there, Omar Toprak. Zagadou again. Forward cut off by Mahrez, so it's back with Marvin hits.
You can see high press there, push right on, stop on Dortmund, playing out hits the goalkeeper. They've done well when they've gone on the second ball, well Dortmund already.
You've got Brun Larsen, who's been conspicuous in the last few minutes. A little bit of joy down the left-hand side for Dortmund. Zagadou's passing so far anyway.
It's similar to City last year, when he was at Barcelona, when he was at Barcelona, to get that press early in the game. They've got so many talented players at the top. They want to win the ball. Get them on the ball. On the real offensive. You can see already with so many players on, press on playing it and stop them playing it.
Diaz right there this time. Zagadou this time. Dennis Burnich, Schmelzer. Layoff from Gotze. Burnich again. Toprak's ball. Nice ball. The feet of Isan. She's down that right-hand side. One of whom was Forecourt. Pulisic. Foden, left foot of his. There goes Harrison. Have a run at Forecourt.
He did well, Harrison. Left foot and his left back in the box, check right, and then switched again back to his left and won a corner kick.
Biggest side out there, Manchester City.
No, they're not. Dortmund have got some big players. They're interested as well. Premier League, a lot of teams when they went long, willing to try play, willing to get it back out, willing to get it back out, willing to go not willing to go long too early.
Denier and obvious target here. Dimecha, strong centre forward. Mahrez comes out with the corner. One more by Diaz. Zinchenko. Now Mahrez. Tempting delivery. Marvin hits. Got his knuckles on it.
Yeah, good delivery from Mahrez. Like you say, his left foot did really well, and the crowd was get away from the goal.
Bolton's throw in. Challenged by Burnich. It's that chance again. The ball whipped in, but Marvin whipped in. Traffic did what he had to do. Bolton looking for an option. Diaz. Guardiola instructions flowing down the line from Bolton. Not exactly what Mahrez was looking for.
Yeah, it's not what he wants. He wants to just get on the ball and play.
Premier League winner with Leicester. If they player of the year. He's always going to make the move. At some stage. Where he would end up. But as you said, now Guardiola. Up to Guardiola. Find him in the right position. I'm sure coming in as the club record. He's starting every game. The majority of the big games.
When he looks around the World Cup and he sees what they have and he sees what they have, he's going to have to work hard. He's going to have to work hard to get him back to the form. He can get him back to the form. Leicester won the league. They've got some player.
That's the thing, isn't it? When the big names start coming back through that door one by one, particularly for these young players. This is the chance for them. This is the chance for them.
Yeah, of course, and they wouldn't get a lot of games playing games like this. There is a big chance for some. Sometimes maybe one will come out of stake a claim for running the team, going forward.
Road turns it around the corner through the switch, and they work this well. Lovely ball out to the right hand side. Buckhorn. Isaac and Brun Larsen arriving on the scene as well. And Bolton got a block on it. Great opportunity, best opportunity so far for Dortmund. Broke really well and through Herbert Buckhorn.
Yeah, they did really well because brought the nair straight into the middle of the gap, opened up down the left hand side and moved the ball really well. Good ball really well. First touch wasn't as good as it should have. Allowed a City player in to get a block.
Pulisic under pressure. Foul and then some by Sebastian Rode. Player whose career it was going to take off road, but really hasn't. He's 27 years of age now. He got his route to Bayern Munich. Couple of seasons there. Since he's arrived at Borussia Dortmund. First layoff with a groin injury. Last season was an ankle injury. Played only off the bench in the Super Cup. He's got a lot of catching up to do. Thomas Delaney in midfielder as well this season. More pressure on that position. Zinchenko to the left-hand side. Harris to the dummy. Give and go with Foden. Lovely return ball. Swept away by Zagadou. Foden again. You can see when he's in possession why he's so highly thought of. A star for England. Under 17 level. Championship final. Won the World Cup.
Yeah, you could see with Foden down that side as well. Zinchenko, good on the ball, nice and twos around the corner. Good play from City down that left-hand side.
Always good to have a few lefties in the team.
Yeah, it certainly is. Just gives you that balance to the team. You're able to come out and play both sides. Maybe a lack of left side, too predictable. Where see you've got that many players. You've got a lot of left-sided players, talented players. They've been decent down that left-hand side. Not as much down the right-hand side, definitely down the left-hand side.
Larsen, 19-year-old Dane. Spell out on loan at Stuttgart, senior experience last season. As indeed did Dennis Burnage. Was in possession now. Hits. You can see he's comfortable. Up from the back as well.
Yeah, very comfortable. The goalkeeper. You're going to play. You need a goalkeeper that's comfortable and some risk. Get the ball into midfield. Get the ball into midfield. Pressed on Vizel to pick out a pass into central midfield.
So the way we've gone, if you're scouting goalkeepers, can you pass it first? Can you save it well and good?
We said that with Guardiola. That's what he wanted to go. That's why he made the changes. He didn't want his team to play out back. If you've got to do that, you have to have the goalkeeper as well as his hands.
Good at debut season. Had Ederson as well. Of course, the goalkeepers in the news this week. Signing of Alisson by Liverpool. Link up with Isaac. Finding Innies, one of the presence of Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, and he's the one got that. He's the one got that. Causing playing in that role, hard to pick up, but he does that well. He plays balls into strikers and follows his pass.
I think all neutral football fans would hopefully see him firing Mario Götze a metabolic disorder that really set him back. The man who scored the goal to win the 2014 World Cup final, not in the 2018 squad. Lot can change in a few years.
Like you say, he's had a whole this year. He's a whole this year. Keeps himself fit, himself back playing regularly.
His strength there. Side Brahim Diaz. Been a little unlucky, I suppose. Dortmund to run into the Munich machine. Six Bundesliga titles in a row. No one's ever done that before. Those 6 in a row since Dortmund. Back-to-back titles. Under Jurgen Klopp. Few survivors of that still around on the bench tonight. The likes of Piszczek and Nuri Sahin. Made some interesting signings. Thomas Delaney we mentioned. Achraf Hakimi, the back coming in on a Real Madrid.
It'll be interesting because obviously new manager, a lot of changes in the squad as well, coming in. So Tillman is ideal for them. That squad together, ready for the start of the season.
Well, their first game, as is the way in Germany, would be a cup game. It's away to just about avoidation to the third tier last season. Their first Bundesliga game, August 25th, at home to Leipzig. It's a nice one to start with. The Leipzig side in the last few campaigns. As for Manchester City, they've got Community Shield against Chelsea. What is now a little over 2 weeks' time. Their first league game, of course. August 12th away at Arsenal.
Nice start for City, like to say, the Shield and then the way to Arsenal again. Players only over the period of time as well.
Here's some managers during the World Cup when they see some of their star men get knocked out early. Oh, it's great. You won't be overexerting yourself too much. But certainly with an element of truth about it as well.
The players are so fit. They're so fit. So well staffed. Like you say, coaches for everything now. And they have it off. They have it off to exactly what they know exactly what players need for rest. Know what they need to get this level. But again, work all you want. It's game time. That's where they say. You don't get that game time. Obviously difficult to blend that in when you don't have your full squad starting to get a pre-season. Missing a lot of players at the moment.
16 players at the World Cup finals, Manchester City. Twice the amount of Borussia Dortmund. Of course, a World Cup winner and Bernard Mendy. He's had quite a debut season. Hardly played for Manchester City with that long-term lead.
He definitely enjoyed it. He definitely enjoyed it. At the end, he looked like he played every game. He was delighted. He got involved in the celebration. And obviously again, hopefully got to that clean run of hell.
He looks like a big character. A positive character in the dressing room, you think. Head inside by Eric Garcia. 25 minutes gone. A game of few chances so far.
Started off for a good tempo. It started off a little bit scrappy at the moment. Scrappy at the moment. You'd expect players looking to get their touch sorted out.
Some interesting options for both managers on the bench. For Borussia Dortmund, Jadon Sancho, 18-year-old English player, went to Manchester City, was there, but decided senior future lay elsewhere. He did well second half of last season with Dortmund, and also there, maybe on the Manchester City side. Patrick Roberts, who's an interesting one. Another interesting one.
He is a fantastic full season at Celtic. A lot of injuries last year. Sané obviously is the other one as well. Everybody spoke in relation to the World Cup. Big season for Roberts as well. Does he go back out alone? He needs to play.
He's given away by Zagadou in the Zinchenko. So he's pressurised and pressed by Dennis Burnage. Jakob Brun Larsen peels away to the right hand side. So to Pulisic. Christian Pulisic backing up Zinchenko. He's gone down. And the referee gives the penalty. The referee gives the penalty.
Yeah, it's unusual defending. It's unusual defending. He's gone down on one knee. He's gone down on one knee. He make the challenger. Pulisic his leg over a couple of times and found him. You see it falling away in midfield. Good press from Dortmund. Good press from Dortmund. They've done that really well. And they break well and they break well up the pitch. Larson plays the ball wide to Pulisic. And he takes him on here, and down one leg and down on one leg. Use away to defend, particularly in the box.
The whole thing was pretty untidy. Pulisic to lose control of the ball for a while. Zinchenko lost control of his poise in terms of the tackle. It's Mario Götze. Face down Claudio Bravo. As Dortmund look for the lead goal, as we head towards the half-hour mark in Chicago. Bravo bouncing along his line. Here is Götze. Right down the middle. Dortmund take the lead.
Yeah, Bravo's disappointed. Got a good strong hand on it. Firmly straight down the middle of the goal. Keeper's a little bit lucky not to stop the penalty as well. Plenty of pace in it. Penalty taken. What are you putting down the middle? What are you putting down pace on the ball? You want pace on the ball. So make it difficult. Gets what we see here. Good straight down the middle, hit good hand from the goalkeeper, just can't keep it out.
Mario Götze, watching the World Cup, watching penalties to watch. Just a player of his temperament, him in a situation like that, and he duly obliged Mario Götze. Could be a huge player for Lucien Favre this season. Talent spotted at a very early age at Dortmund. Controversy surrounding that move to Bayern Munich, particularly the fact that it was announced the time it was. As they triggered his release clause, 37 million. Injuries struck him though with Bayern. 3 seasons later, heading back to Dortmund.
Yeah, Man City just lost away a little bit earlier on. They played well past the ball, a little bit sloppy at the ball, and that's where Guardiola will be disappointed. He prides his team on being good, comfortable on the ball. Nice touches. At the moment, they're just a little bit sloppy with. You see the goalkeeper again. Ready to press. He's only ready to play over, and that's what he's willing to try to drop her into midfield to Dortmund, get on the ball and start from there rather than play out to the centre half.
Less pressurised situation. Obviously, he's putting trust in the midfielders, but he's friendly games you do, and obviously when training, obviously when it comes to games where points are at stake. Becomes almost second nature.
Yeah, and you can see the managers. Obviously knew win, but that straight away. They dropped off. They picked it up. They broke really well. They played out from the back. They played out from the back of the defenders or full-backs. They've gone missed midfield, passed it in the midfield. Plenty of work being done with the team at the moment.
Lucien Favre, who guided back to a fourth place finish in the Bundesliga. 2012 into a Champions League playoff, but they lost three key players. Challenged by Burnich. And right through the back of Mahrez. This is where there's a deep intake of breath amongst supporters, but mostly among the men in the expensive seats, the big money to bring him in.
I think as Garcia played the ball, just trying to rob it in Mahrez, and he's caught him, and he's got a yellow card for that for Burdick.
Fortunately, from Mahrez's point of view, that wasn't planted. He's back in the Favre situation. He lost Marco Reus, Dante, Roman Neustadt. All ahead of that. The playoff against Kiev. They lost the group stages, and life moved on, and that opportunity was gone for them. Like Mönchengladbach, who worked so hard to get into the Champions League. Remember Everton had that one shot at it years ago, and they ended up throwing Villarreal side didn't get through. Attack is quick, but Garcia showing turn of pace as well. Luke Bolt is risky. It's risky. Larson was right. Here's Götze. Here's Götze. Burnich. Pulisic, smuggle it through to Isak, he might get there, around Claudio Bravo, very tight angle, found only the side netting.
Good pressing from Dortmund, the ball back off City. Good chance, keeper went down, we drove him wide, looking narrow angles from there, good little ball in behind the Neuer, goes fairly wide, players back on the line, would have been a good finish from there from Isak.
The 18-year-old who became Sweden's youngest goal scorer, 17-year-old will finding the net against Slovakia. Dortmund paid 9 million half ago to bring him in from AIK. Hasn't played too much first team football. Burnich neat and tidy. For half in a league game against Darmstadt season before. Little run off the bench in a Champions League game against Sporting Lisbon.
He looks like that type of player. Looks like that type of player and keep just sitting there and they're all taking over. They're very important for them as well.
Very economical as well. No more than two or three times every time it arrives with him. Gets it and moves it on. Bolton in field. Or Nemecha. Looking to Lucas Nemecha. Raheem Diaz bundled over. Manchester City free. Just about 12 minutes to go in this first half. Mario Götze's penalty separating the sides of the 2018 International Champions Cup. Games to be played in 15 US stadiums, 7 stadiums across Europe. He's come in Singapore as well. Hits. Bolton foul by Jakob Brun Larsen. Garcia, cross to Denier. Harrison. Douglas Luiz. So he paid 10 million in summer of 2017 from Vasco da Gama. City in that position, of course, Pat, where they have the financial clout behind them, where they can take a punt on young players, bring them in if it works. That's great. If it doesn't, there's always more coming through.
You normally find they sell them on for profit as well, because they're good boardroom, like you say, the facilities they have at the moment, world class, you know, and they have done that, where they brought in players, like you say, for a punt, 8-10 million, but sell most of them on again, maybe for bigger money. So probably a couple of ways of looking at it. They've got senior players and very young players as well, that if they can't make the breakthrough, maybe getting someone.
Pulisic is gone again. He's left Zinchenko behind him. Denier out from the middle. Denier read that situation well, coming in, but it will be a Dortmund corner.
Zinchenko having a hard time. He seems to get himself playing inside a lot more. We've seen it. We thought he was playing the centre. Now he's at left back sometimes. He looks like he's adding extra midfield. Get a bit of a hard time down that side at the moment.
Anytime we saw him last season, he did that a lot, didn't he? Into the area by Denier. Schmelzer. Set across to Herbert Bochorn. All the way back with Marvin Hitz. From Favre's point of view. One loose one from Zagadou, but no harm done at the end of it.
And it's good to see. It's great to see. It's a great shape to see. They press the ball. Like I say, Dortmund are happy enough press it with try pop it in behind you. See again the goalkeeper trying to overhit that one.
Isak goes his target. Here's Burnich. Done by Pulisic in the general direction of Bochorn. Harrison. Nice ball. Here's Mahrez. That number 10 position. Shadowed by Roda. Denier. Now cross with Eric Garcia. Luke Bolton. Brahim Diaz. Challenge from Schmelzer. So Schmelzer, who back in the day, 2009, I think it was part of the German under-21 side. Won European Championship. So many players came out of that to be current starters in recent years. For Yogi Love.
It'll be interesting for Mahrez as well, because he's going to have to settle into a different way of playing as well. I know last year they probably played the season, they played the Vardy strengths, where would City want to build the play up, want to build the play up through the towards, getting wide players into the 10, into the grill, and them sort of areas. Change for him as well. It's going to take a little bit of time maybe to adjust it.
And Leicester, of course, relied on him. You mentioned so heavily. The burden far more distributed across the team, particularly in the forward area.
And what he did there is a little what he did when he was at Leicester, drifting off the line and becoming number 10, but really played in a wide area, freed himself up really well.
Move for Mahrez, many would have heard of before. At Le Havre before. Leicester City picked him up. Not a bad piece of business. Plus
they've got a league as well, great to that league. Business from Leicester.
One of the great stories in English football history. Leicester City winning the league that season. Jamie Vardy's house after the party. Years on. Larsson's had a good first half. Here is Götze. But into the run of Roda. The air from Denier. Zinchenko covering well.
Yeah, give Zinchenko. Yes, he did well there. He's in behind the Neuer ball. Played over top. His fullbacks do well. Get in behind to make sure you cover your centre half.
I do wonder sometimes if he's one of those players who struggles a little bit because of his versatility. Be it left back, wherever he's chosen to play, be it for Manchester City or Ukraine. Pulisic has certainly taken advantage at times of some space down the right hand side. Here he is himself in field. Zinchenko for the run of Foden. When a bright start to the game, he's not been on it as much. The minutes have gone on.
Dortmund have done that well. They've closed the ball well. They've closed the ball safe. Foden has been able to take the ball and dictate the game.
From Garcia again. Read the touch of Isak. Once more, they also have Tosin Adebayo, the local centre half on tour again, and Cameron Humphreys lost most of last season to injury. Forward by Toprak. Happy to take it. His own penalty area. Rolls it out to Zagadou. Vernic again. Neatly done. Slides it down the line. Heavy though that time. Jakob Brun Larsen. Zinchenko. I think he's invented a new position of his own.
It's unusual to see it, because it looks like sometimes he comes in there and does make an extra midfielder, and they nearly go to a three at Garcia and leave him have a little bit of a wander into the middle of the pitch. It's too obvious for him, some sort of not play, he has to pick up the ball in there, and he's defensively back into that left full position.
Diaz thinking about taking it. Mahrez making his way over. 2-on-1. So A lovely ball. Diaz has continued on his run, deflected. It's an opportunity. The easiest of opportunities for Harrison. Came at him pretty quickly. Mahrez and Diaz work that corner well between them.
It's a good little ball from Mahrez. Nice and quick thinking around the full-back. You're in a half a chance for City that time.
Schmelzer in field towards Isaac. Here is the young Swede. Seen off by Douglas Luiz. Now Foden. Denier to Zinchenko. Final 2 minutes of the first half in Chicago. Mario Götze's penalty. See Dortmund in front. Nice ball. Out to Brahim Diaz. Strong in his left foot. We have seen him with Manchester City. He's generally been on the left-hand side. Brahim Diaz, but for him tonight, here goes Denier. Decided he fancies a run. Any left wingers built like that. He's done well. Here's Harrison taking over. Quick feet, digs out across as well. Good shot from Hitz to let Toprak know he'd time. And Dortmund again looking to play their way forward. Pulisic and Götze. Fantastic football. Just breaks down. For Manchester City. Backheel rolls it for Foden. Now to Luiz. Forward towards Lemaitre. Tangling with Zagadou, and the Lemaitre strong. Over on the edge of the penalty area. Precious little ball in the first half. Lucas Lemaitre. The strength and perseverance to go on there.
Come looking for it. He says to his own pass that time. That was a foul of force. The second one just clip of the heels there. He hasn't got much of the ball. He's had to drop it deep, really well there for his team.
This is Mahrez territory for sure. Pretty much on the call of half time. Douglas Luiz is there as well. If Douglas Luiz gets to take this ahead of Mahrez, that would be a bit of a surprise. It's Mahrez. It's brilliant. What a save! Strong hands from Marvin Hitz.
The goalkeeper takes a big deflection off the wall. Which player hits the head off the wall. Zagadou's goalkeeper, maybe it was him. No, the last man on the left, right hand side. There you see again, Mahrez rolled it, was hand up and over the bar. Brilliant save.
Mahrez with the corner. Headed away by Toprak. Take us through to half time. The only goal of the game. Coming from the penalty spot. Mario Götze. Right at the end of it. Sure that Borussia Dortmund go in for a brilliant save. Marvin Hitz. That was really travelling the deflected effort from Riyad Mahrez. The man brought in to be backup goalkeeper Roman Bürki showing he's pushing for the number. Welcome back to live coverage of the 2018 International Cup. We are up and running. And this Soldier Field in Chicago will reflect a half-time scoreline. Manchester City 0, Dortmund 1. Mario Götze from the penalty spot after 28 alongside Pat Fenlon. Great to have you with us wherever you are watching. Very youthful that Manchester City side tonight. As we saw this graphic at half-time. Manchester City side that's been outcast in the first half.
You don't see that too many possession fairly 51, but the Dortmund passed the ball a little bit better than like you say. That's very unusual for Man City.
So take out Claudio Bravo and Jason Denier, Zinchenko, Mahrez, and Riyad Mahrez, very young and inexperienced Manchester City side. Guardiola had out in that first Dortmund in contrast, particularly with this man, the 30-year-old goalkeeper Marvin Hitz, as we said, he was coming in as backup to Roman Bürki he shows up like he did in that first half, then maybe it's a real competition. For that number 1 jersey. It looks like Borussia Dortmund might be changing all bar Marvin hits. Nuri Sahin through picture there. Max Philip as well. Mahmoud Dahoud. We might have a bit of scribbling to do at half-time.
Yeah, looking at them, they never went in Dortmund. They never went in Dortmund. The team that finished at half, on the pitch there, they did a strenuous run and session. The team that actually played, the boys that were warming up, obviously got a routine to play the second half. Say a lot of changes.
Centre picture there, Soren Diekman, left back, left back, getting his opportunity. An interesting one that we were talking about during the course of that first half. Jadon Sancho, former Manchester City youth star, decided to head to Dortmund. Signed him last season for 8 million. Ended up making 12 first-team appearances, 1 goal late season, and what turned out to be an important win. Leverkusen looks like he'll be on as well. He wears number 7. Just waiting to confirm. The half-time changes now. Marius Wolf come in for 5 million this season, having won the Cup with Eintracht Frankfurt under the guidance of the new Bayern Munich boss. Nico Kovac last season. Sergio Gomez the young Spanish underage star. 4 goals at the under-17 World Cup finals last season. He will also enter the frame. In one way you'd wonder it's unusual, you wouldn't see it very often, but in another way it's the right thing to do, and that you're not drip-feeding players into the action. Going out and saying you'll get 45 minutes, and most of the changes coming in, 45 minutes as well.
Yeah, like you said, it's obviously a plan from the start. They didn't go in at half-time. They did a bit of work, but they did a bit of work with the team that finished, and then the other 11 got themselves ready to come in and start. The other 10 should have said he's going to remain on the pitch. Where City left the pitch, whether they're making too many changes, maybe not half-time. Maybe they're looking 45 minutes is enough this early in pre-season. Don't pick up any injuries.
So we were saying in the first half, Dortmund 2 more international games to come. They've got Liverpool on Sunday, Charlotte and Benfica, Wednesday in Pittsburgh. They do have the advantage over Manchester City, and that their domestic season doesn't start further down the line. August 20th, DFB Pokal against Greuther Fürth. So they do have time in hand, and for Lucien Favre, the new manager coming in, that's a positive. More time to travel away and get to know the squad a little bit more. And now Manchester City who made their way back for the second half. Garcia and Denier. Wholesale changes. Wait and see if there are any from Guardiola at the interval. There won't be too many. It looks like all 11 might be back out again. We did see Joe Hart. Getting ready for the second half. We think he might be coming in for Claudio Bravo. Joe Hart, who's played just once under Guardiola in Guardiola's new season, the Champions League playoff game against Bucharest, and then sent on loan to Torino. Last season to West Ham. He had some ups and downs. He's just 31 years of age. Joe Hart, still very young for a goalkeeper.
He is, and a very good goalkeeper. He needs to move on. He's not going to play on. He's not going to play on a basis. So he needs to move on for his own career. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of people interested. There you see, that's the change. Maybe the only change from Man City half-time.
Okay, so that's your Dortmund lineup for us to get accustomed to now in the second half. Off we go. Eric Garcia. Riyad Mahrez to have a look inside. It's Garcia again. And now Denier. Pressure about to come on Harrison. Jeremy Toljan, who arrived in last season after 4 years at Hoffenheim. 19 starts as well. Very versatile operator. Toljan right back for his second half. Here in this second half, with another full-back position. On with the throwing quickly. Intentions read by Nuri Sahin. look like all 10 outfield players have been changed by Sancho again. Under straight Manchester City, but this 45 minutes for Jadon Sancho. It's his former employers. Tolyan. Shaheen. Big part of that. Those back-to-back titles, 100 club. Sancho. This is away from Mahrez. Squeezes it through for Sergio Gomez. Zagadou has been replaced at half-time by Abdou Diallo. This one appeals is 20-year-old Amos Piper. Dahoud. Here is Piper. Worked all the way back to Marvin Hitz. Pretty much right on the halfway line. Tolyan. A touch for Joe Hart. Manchester City looking to settle to their rhythm. Passing rhythm early in the first half. Second now. By hits to Piper. It now looks left. Looking to show passing range of his lovely ball as well. Here is Sancho. Ball by Jadon Sancho. Get on with it sharply. Douglas Luiz for Zinchenko. Tidy in possession. Garcia. Douglas Luiz again. Diallo inside to Shaheen. Diallo again. Strong challenge by Douglas Luiz. Well, referee allows the advantage. Dortmund breaking at pace here. Dahoud fancies it all. Good strike as well for Mahmoud Dahoud. Just caught Joe Hart flat-footed.
Yeah, it's a good breakaway, like you say. Dahoud from the middle of the pitch here, shifting it gets it back onto his right foot, fancies his chances, doesn't strike across it enough to trouble Hart.
Came through as a young player, born in Gladbach, to Granit Xhaka, Christoph Kramer amongst the central midfield partners. By Dortmund for just 12 million, which is a bit of business. The ball over the top, looking for Wolf, runs through to Joe Hart. Leo from Nemecha. Tolyan for the tall and rangy Marius Wolf. As wingers or wide players go, he's a very tall Wolf. Ready for the throw-ins, looking for him to engineer the flick on. Max Philip might be hoping. We were talking about maybe a big name striker outside of Marco Reus. Max Philip might be hoping that this will be the chance for him. That position under Lucien Favre. Maybe a season coming in Freiburg, ended up half a dozen league goals. Starter towards the end of the campaign, Max Philip. Back inside. Gomez looking to lead the pressure. On Garcia. Bolton under pressure. Looking situation. A late challenge by Dahoud. The yellow card.
Yeah, he's not happy with the challenge at all. See you having a moan up on the ground. Ball played into him here. Has to be challenged. That could be in serious. That's poor in there. That's poor. And in a friendly look, he's coming right through the back of him, right through the back of him, and high as well.
There's a lot of positive qualities, but that was a bad looking challenge. Maybe it was just the yellow. Here he is in possession. Out to Wolf. Up on the penalty spot over his head. The shot from Hart was away. It's exactly what Luke Bolton did. Not quite sure maybe where Jadon Sancho was.
Great ball in from Wolf. Pace on the bend around the back of Man City defenders. Had to clear for the corner kick.
Piper and Diekman forward. Hello in there as well. Looking for the flick on. Foden is away from Dahoud. Quite on the same wavelength was Luiz. Wolf from distance really caught that one in denial. He hardly blinked. Stuff Jason Denier. Switch by Harrison. Mahrez. Position one-on-one against an inexperienced fullback. Diekman's credit, he turned him back inside where he knew he had support, and a foul from Dahoud.
He's 2 fouls so far. He's only on. Pulsion's a real bad challenge. Mahrez gaining round really. Decent area for a free. Decent area time. Full force of that. He's a big force of that. He's a big unit. You say hit him straight in the head, and he didn't move.
Dahoud, 8.5 minutes on the pitch. He's had one brilliant effort at goal. Foul, there could have been a red card, there could have been a yellow. Now he's given away this one, which presents another opportunity for Riyad Mahrez, though. Suisse again. Have a look at it as well. Three-man wall. Philip and Sancho. There's another bit of magic here. Mahrez. He went near side. Not quite sure how you read Marvin Hicks's reaction. He had it covered, or was he that was creeping inside his left-hand post?
He's a long way out, Mahrez. He was going to strike it. He was going to back your stand up to the back post. Whipped it over, with his left in near side of the wall. Hits luckily. The benefit out that he had it covered.
Again, a lovely ball out to Wolf. Man either side though, Denier and Zinchenko. It's Piper. Shaheen. Beautiful ball. Knocked over the head of Bolton. Sancho into the penalty area. Set up on the edge. Charge down. Go again, an unusual funky ball forward from Piper. Seen many of those from anyone in the yellow shirt tonight. Here's Toljan. Inside towards Philip. Quick feed from the young Spaniard, Sergio Gomez. Another ex-Barcelona youngster. See them popping up here, there, and everywhere these days. They might not get the opportunity to make the breakthrough at the new camp. Futures elsewhere. Lucas Diallo. That was high.
Yeah, he didn't cut him there in the midriff. Lifted the ball away from him, and he was swinging. Lemaitre took that full force. Here you see it. Diallo just lifted the ball away, and he might have been a bit lower in the end. He could have been in trouble there. But hopefully he's okay. He's got it where you don't want to get a bang. Fair.
Big gas from the crowd. Saw that one on the replay. Mostly from the male members of the crowd, I think. Ball been there. Lemaitre back to his feet. Here's Garcia. Douglas Luiz again. That defensive midfield role for Manchester City. They might get Jorginho. Set it up. Going to Chelsea and linking up with Maurizio Sarri.
think they were disappointed. I think they thought they had that. I think they thought they had that.
Certainly Fernandinho, not getting any younger. 33-ish now. 33-ish now. Great energy levels. Great energy levels. Every game. Can't play every game.
That's the problem for him. No, that's the problem for him when he's out of the team. Sitting there, they obviously sitting there. They obviously maybe as well. Maybe a little bit get around the pitch and get disappointed. I'm sure they're still looking around. I'm sure they're still looking around somewhere to pick one up, somewhere some quality, which they normally do.
Let's face it, they're a bit of an easy sell. They're a bit of an easy sell as well, aren't they? If they come looking. Bolton inside to Garcia. Here is Zinchenko. Confirming those 10 outfield changes at half time. On your screen.
Changes 1, 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure what he gave him. For a handballer.
Zinchenko rolls it back to Denier. Towards the hour mark in Chicago. Mario Götze's penalty. 28 minutes. Goal of the game so far. Brilliant save from Marvin Hitz. The death of that first half to deny the Mahrez free kick. The graphics operator is more of a Manchester City fan than a Dortmund fan at the moment. Just the one change at half time. Joe Hart coming on. Skipped in towards the run of Phil Foden. Start again with Denier.
In a very strong, good shape about him. Ball ready to press. Play from City. That time, two centre halves.
Toljan. Demos Piper back with Hitz. By Denier, and it's Garcia. Instant pass forward for Brahim Diaz. It's done by Dahoud, who just aggressively that time. Garcia again, and Zinchenko. The centre circle, the far side, read by Diekman. There is Sancho. Beautifully balanced looking player. This breaks for Philip. Opportunity here towards Philip again, and Denier can bring it away. Zinchenko, nice ball forward. Nemecha to hold off Piper. Shaheen, who has reported falling out with Thomas Tuchel. Last season, featured quite prominently for Peter Bosz, not as prominently Stoker when he took over.
He's good range of passes as well. Shaheen, he's willing to offside there. He's willing to spray the ball around, passes short, long passes short as well. He's a tidy player.
Quite happened for him when he left after 11 years in 2011 after their first title win under club. Headed to Real Madrid, Liverpool as well. Some appearances there. Some injury problems when he returned to Dortmund, but a quality operator. Here he is in receipt from Marvin Hitz. Forward to Philip, Dahoud. Between Toljan forward and right back, Zinchenko for Wolf. The port arriving, doing its best to get there quickly, but Philip having been involved in the build-up play. A little bit of ground to make up.
Good movement from Wolf. Zinchenko played it down the side, down the right-hand side, looking to pull it back to the edge of the box for a strike. Zinchenko got across, to get the block in.
Positioned. The line. Here is Sancho. Big header away from Garcia. Gomez. Break for anyone a chance. Hammered in by Max Philip. He's offside. Rolling ball in backward. Rolling ball in backward. Goal for the free. Finish by Philip. Won't count though.
Yeah, strong finish with his left. Smashed it into the top corner. Top corner, the offside. Unfortunately, you see here balls come out. Strike on the edge of the box. Yeah, he's just offside. Finished it well.
Broke off Soren Diekman. Zinchenko. Harrison manhandled. Foden. Garcia. To Luke Bolton. Douglas Luiz. Work by Max Philip, who's shuttling between players, not allowing any easy ball forward. There goes Zinchenko now. Track back by Wolf. Looks for the big switch. Zinchenko. Mahrez bends it away by Diallo. Douglas Luiz was Dahoud as those two face to face again. Here's Brahim Diaz. Trick inside the penalty area. Red by Abdou Diallo. Diallo, who started out at Monaco. Tavares last season, impressed at Mainz. Moved to Dortmund. When you think of that Dortmund, years under club, built on that defensive partnership of Hummels and Subotic. A struggle to try and re-establish anything near that in the last few seasons.
It was always going to be difficult. Fantastic manager, and little lull since then. Where they haven't got it this year. They look at these new at the moment. On the ball, no one press, no one drop. Mix the game up really well.
Socrates, of course, ending his long association with Dortmund, heading off to Manuel Akanji, international centre-half midway through last season from Basel. Certainly be hunting one of those under Lucien Favre. Certainly a clutch of versatile defenders. Disposal, the likes of Zagadou, who can play full-back or centre-half. So options available. Manager for sure. Shaheen shows for it short. Across to Diallo. 2-year-old Frenchman capped all the way up, including he's captain the French on the 21 side. Look at what France did at the World Cup. Under 23 side that would be competitive.
Comfortable on the ball as well. Diallo is a big boy. He's passed the ball very good
to the penalty area denier. City's ground for Manchester City. Here is Shaheen. Dahoud. Snaps it out to Wolf. Bit sloppy that. Wolf offside.
Yeah, disappointing. See Roy across the line. Shouldn't get himself offside there.
Tom Delibashiru and Cameron Humphrey is the centre half. Jason Denier and Brahim Diaz. Numbers have been held up. Humphreys, 19 years of age, under 19 international captain, all the way up through the ages. 3 years ago, against Real Madrid in Melbourne in front of 99,000 in pre-season. A Real Madrid side that started with Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo all in the starting 11. Lost that one, Manchester City 4-1, but Humphreys showed that he had the maturity to play on that stage. Senior appearances so far back in 2016 in the rounds of the FA Cup. Injury problems last season, well regarded. Zinchenko looks out to the left-hand side. Harrison shown inside by Toljan. Harrison has continued on and smuggled a lovely ball through Nemecha. Fouls outside, but he was offside anyway. Just a magic, lovely ball. Reverse for Nemecha.
Yeah, great feed from Harrison. Great feed from Harrison. Reverse pass. Here we see a little ball in. He's in there. He's in front. He's centre half there. Great little reverse pass from Harrison. There's no way he's offside there.
I think Piper knew he wasn't getting there, but made sure the challenge was just outside the area. Grateful to see the offside flag go up then. Down is a notable result for Lucien Favre, against a very young Manchester City team. Certain managers are in that position where pre-season don't matter, but if you're a new man coming into a big job as Favre is, you can get performances. That's great. If you can add the result, that's even better.
Yeah, definitely, like you say, new man, job wants some players to go in, get result against a big club like Manchester. Even though they are missing a lot of players, all results, all positive results, all breed confidence, and a belief in what the manager's trying to bring to the club.
Luis out to the left-hand side with possession for Harrison. Tonight he's got quick feet. Works hard as well on that left-hand side, Jack Harrison. Did play first team for New York City. Luis again. Good work by Shaheen. Gone by Dahoud. Here goes Sergio Gomez. Sancho to the left. Taking on, getting beyond Bolton. Bolton puts the pin of his collar. See off a former teammate of his. Further changes on the way. Benjamin Garre, 17-year-old Argentinian amongst the Dahoud. Wolf vacates the right-hand side. It was on to Toljan.
Yeah, it was, like you say, Wolf coming off the line, left spot there for Toljan, but just overhit the pass that point.
Big switch out to Mahrez. Backing up Diekman. Inside to Nemecha. Goes for goal. Assault the dummy with the back heel. Decent strike, but hits with his angles covered.
Yeah, Nemecha again. Good movement down the side again off Mahrez. He's done well. He doesn't have a lot of service, but he's done quite well with it.
He's got Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus ahead of him. Argentinian and Brazilian international strikers. So Kelechi Iheanacho that backup role for a few seasons before moving on. And then Nemecha, big, strong, powerful, and direct as well.
Different to the other two. He's big, strong boy, wants to run down the channels, as well as hold it up.
Mistake by Bolton, pocket pick by Sancho. The ball slips forward to Sergio Gomez. Bolton back there trying to win it back. Here is Sancho. It's towards the end line. Does he run out of pitch? No. On we go. And an effort from Dahoud. Great save from Philip on the follow-up. That one carries wide.
Good free from Sancho, down the right-hand side, down the left-hand side, back ball back in, good save from Hart, fairly straight at him, and follow up with a finish. Good hands from Hart, beats it away.
He's going through that period in career where his strength of character has been tested. Joe Hart.
He's handled it really well. I think he's not. I think a lot of players when a lot of players when they're not moaning about everything. He's been very positive and fairly just get on with playing. Just get on with playing. Football is. You have to take football is. You have to take the good with the bad. It's time for him to move on. Time for him to move on now. But it's another season not playing football.
He went in a relatively short space of time for being England's number one, one of the most talented goalkeepers around. To Jordan Pickford, Jack Butland, and take the three positions for the World Cup. Patrick Roberts, as we said, Benjamin Garrick coming on as well. Harrison is his last tonight. He's got 72 minutes under his belt. Leroy Mahrez as well. Mahrez is making the long and slow walk off. Nemecha is done for the evening as well. Sane with this new hairstyle of his, and Tuatsi, another young Spaniard, the fray as well. Tuatsi broke underage goal scoring records at Valencia before being snapped up. At the age of 15, a year and a half ago, potentially rising to 2 million if he becomes a first team player. Let's see what he's made of in the last 20 minutes or so. Sane gets his first touch, three players behind him. And it took a well-timed challenge by the back, Sergio Gomez to avert the potential danger there. Dahoud plays it forward. Here is Gomez. Zinchenko gets to him. In the forward role, Benjamin Garrick. His granddad Oscar was a World Cup winner with Argentina back in '86. He's gone into central midfield. Sane got the biggest cheer. His introduction. Robbed by his opposite number Dahoud. Dropping his shoulder from Sancho. Resumed that battle with Luke Bolton. Forward from left back is Soren Diekman. Held up by Patrick Roberts. Sancho again. Shaheen. Trying to improvise a return ball. He's been involved. On a couple of occasions, maybe taking a little bit too much out of the ball. No surprise given the opposition for Sancho tonight.
He's brave in that end of the pitch. You don't mind in that pitch. You don't mind in that take pitch where he's going to take. Maybe could have released it a couple of occasions.
Sharp turn by Garrick. Had an opportunity to train with the senior Argentinian squad in the past. Brought in from Vélez Sarsfield. Transfer that didn't go down well with the Argentinian club. Tuatsi looking to get on the end of that, and Diallo there for Borussia Dortmund.
He certainly spread an end, fire and wide seat, all over players, all over the world. It's fantastic. It must be fantastic. Some very young talented players.
Switch again for Sane. Big test now for Tullian. By Hooker by Krug. Managed to get the ball away. Here's Zinchenko. To Douglas Luiz. The balance up by Douglas Luiz. Comfortable second half. Bashiru was lost out. Dahoud to Sancho again. Roberts trying to get back to double up with Bolton. Inside Shaheen. All the way back to hits. Wolf. Going inside to pick up on that flick. Cameron Humphreys. To Eric Garcia, the two centre half, 17 respectively. After the departure of Denier.
Found it hard to break them down. Good movement from a lot of City players. Earlier on in the second half, they haven't been able to break Dortmund down. Dortmund very strong. They haven't got possession of the ball.
Plays up. Almost a completely lateral ball. Hood. He was clipped. Deli Bashiru. Way forward. Sergio Gomez. So the left boot, he'll get a second chance after it. Zinchenko.
It was Adam, it was his ball. He said it took a deflection off. Referee sees it either way. The linesman maybe. Game just needs a bit of a spark. At the moment. Obviously, a lot of changes. A lot of changes. The second half hasn't helped stopping the play. Just needs a little spark. Just needs a make a run, a good chance, have a chance like that, just to get it going again.
Roberts checks inside. He gets back in a good position. With a few loose touches in the last few minutes. From Deli Bashiru to Roberts.
Good play, Robert just played it inside the midfielder, looking for the return in behind the full-back. Overcooked the pass.
Now that Roberts is fit again after those hamstring issues last season in Celtic, it's the obvious move again for him to get some first team action.
We spoke about the abundance of talent attacking areas and he's had that playing for Celtic, big club, playing the Champions League as well. So he needs to go well. I'm sure most Celtic fans will be hoping he goes back to Celtic Park.
Max Philip, well since his half-time arrival. Louise and away from Zinchenko. Here is Dahoud, so demanding it on his left. Instead goes back to Shaheen. Diekman, and now with Sancho. Taking on Roberts, he's left him on the deck. Taking on Bolton. To his credit, Luke Bolton. Certain that right back is his natural position, but done a job there tonight. Martin, that familiar kicking style. What a ball that was for Roberts.
Great thing from the goal. Wasn't it just out his hands? Pinged straight on the Roberts foot. Normally is very secure. It wasn't on that occasion.
Just over 10 minutes to go at Soldier Field. Still that Mario Götze penalty between these two. That certainly was They've changed that rule. I think you can get away with that. If you come under pressure, just step inside and play the ball.
They change it. Get away. Maybe the referee telling them there no more.
Deli Bashiru from him that time. Then it's Gary. Left hand side Sané. Zinchenko, a little bit of work to do under pressure. Marius Wolf. Tied up by Douglas Luiz. Forward by Garcia. Now to that right hand side. There's Roberts. Humphries whips it out to Sané. His touch. Garcia. Lovely ball from Bolton. Deli Bashiru to Atsi. Oh, clever from Sancho. Did a lock by. Sure he didn't touch the ball. Bolton quickly back goal side. Support arriving from Dahoud. Brilliant trick on the end line. Still going. Just just with his head up, that extra second, the challenge to come in,
Yeah, it was great feet, wasn't it? Just great feet, just rolling through his legs, it's great piece of skill. Here you see it, stands him up, through his legs, through his legs, does well to get back in, Man City defender, knock it out for a corner kick.
Swinging corner, away at the near post, back in by Sergio Gomez, that opportunity.
Gomez that time, left foot, should be able to get into a decent area there. See, marking all his own, 6-yard box, marking only.
Swinger from Gomez, delivery as well, Hart came for it. Getting near it and grateful, no one in yellow did either.
Took the goalkeeper out, didn't great pace on the ball, and Hart knew he couldn't come for that one.
Well, you do miss the superstars, the likes of the De Bruyne we haven't seen tonight, for example, but to see some of the abilities that 17, 18, 19-year-olds have.
Yeah, technically very good, like big boys, obviously doing a lot from a very young age, very strong, very comfortable, can go both ways, two good feet, real talented player.
Sergio Gomez, the man who took that corner, 18 years of age, regular at that level, international Spain. Spain and Espanyol and Barcelona team there, but the B team there, but really confident, demanding the ball at such a young age. 10 minutes of football last season, Sergio Gomez, substitute appearances. Cameron Humphreys. Leads back with Hart. Looks down to the left, Zinchenko, a lovely header inside. Delebashiru is possessed, Wolf inside to Dahoud. Tolyan. Wolf again. Philip, lovely layoff. Involved once more. Pings it out towards Sancho. He's got the pace to get there and keep it in play. Resumes this battle with Bolton.
They didn't want to switch through his leg again. Great play in the right hand side. Nice and tight. Switch the play out to the left hand side. Very good play from Dortmund.
To Diallo. Soren Diekman. Backward hits again. Last five of time in Chicago. I wonder what Pep Guardiola has made of visions of his youngsters tonight. For these players as well, the ones who won't go out on loan, something like the League Cup, Manchester City won last season. It's a very important competition for them. Their opportunity, maybe the early rounds of the FA Cup as well. First team competitive football. Tuazzi, an opportunity for Roberts at the back inside. Tuazzi there again just seemed to switch off entirely.
Yeah, looked like the two wide players playing from each side of the box, Roberts at the back post, Roberts back to Tuazzi at the back to the left hand post. Couldn't do anything with it. Corner kick the City.
Just thought for a moment, Roberts on his left foot, tight angle, might have fancied a pop-up goal there. Here's his corner. Puts it in easily, dealt with. Near post area by Soren Diekman. Diekman now tries to get out now. Prevent the cross from Roberts. Then back in his own penalty area defending. Bolton.
Poor corner from Roberts. Poor corner from Roberts. Should be able to 6-yard ball. Couldn't beat the first man. Couldn't beat the first man as well. Back out one as well. Similar scenario. Couldn't beat the first man. There's a late run from the midfielder. You see a midfielder where he wants it. Decent ball in. Look the decent ball in. Look the yard maybe offside.
Manchester City looking for the equaliser. That would take us straight to penalties. As it stands, it's the Gotze penalty. Between them and parity. Bolton. From Benjamin Gary. Bolton again and now Garcia. Zinchenko to Humphreys. That's a risky one, and Philip was almost away.
There's some great things in the game. But then you lose that pass as well with his passing.
Patrick Roberts, right hand side. Sets it there for Bolton. Roberts again. On his left foot. And neither one thing nor another in the end.
Yeah, he got caught two minds there, whether he's going to whip for him, whether he's going to whip for a short, left play for a short area behind the door. Defence for a cross.
To keep a clean sheet here. The game of the international game of the years it will be down to that miraculous save right at the end of the first half.
It's been impressive as well. Fantastic save. The short and confident in the goals. Passing's been very good. The manager obviously wants to try to play out every occasion where he can. If he can, he's dropping in the midfield very well. So it's very good.
Who managed to hold on? Sergio Gomez takes out a ball off balance. Jadon Sancho. Again, Bolton gets the better of it. Sancho once more. Diallo. To drop it over the head of Bolton. Garage is possessed. Piper. White put it exactly where Philip needed it. Two minutes to be added on at the end of the game. So just about 2.5 now for Manchester City to find an equaliser. The opponents reach these two next. Dortmund first up, then against Manchester City. Well, maybe some ways in the transfer window. Indicator we knew about. Shaqiri, Alisson.
Strong positions where they maybe where the week last year, and may run Man City close this season.
Sane draw Toljan into an ill-timed challenge. Humphreys. Now Douglas Luiz. What have you made of Douglas Luiz?
He's looked comfortable in there. He's good on the ball. He's always good on the ball. Looks at decent player. Pep will be happy enough. Obviously, he'll be happy enough. Obviously, never like losing matches. He's seen some good, some young players, some young players. Got like Sané and Patrick Roberts in the second half. You know, and Dortmund will be happy. Obviously, winning the game. Some their players. Manager, like you say, building confidence. New in the door is important. important thing for pre-season. They've all got game time. No one's picked up any injury that we know of. All in all, it's a good night for both sides.
Favre has seen 20 outfield players tonight. Zinchenko. Brings it out to that right-hand side. Bolton against Sancho again. Sergio Gomez. Quite sure Dahoud was his target, but Dahoud has Sancho to the left. Philip and Wolf in the middle. Still with Sancho. And that's easy for Zinchenko.
He's been positive, Sancho, since he came on, hasn't he? He's been strong as well. He's left Wake and he's left Roberts on the ground. Very direct, just what you want from a wide player.
Zinchenko. Time for one opportunity. Goes to Atsi. Off by Amos Piper. And that will take us through to the full-time whistle. Borussia Dortmund. Young Manchester City side. As Condon field in Chicago. Just the one goal in the game. Coming from the penalty spot. Zinchenko's foul. Christian Pulisic. And the penalty tucked away by Mario.